Hey everybody, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what Adobe Connect looks like and why it would be such a useful tool for our classrooms. As a distance learning educator, I find it a really effective tool for my students because it has all the features that I would want in a standard brick and mortar classroom, but I'm also able to present information in a way that allows other students to be able to easily access this classroom. So for example, my type of student that I was focusing on was students that had audio processing disorders. And so what's nice about the Adobe Connect Classroom is that it has a control over all the noise that's going on within the classroom. See, if you look over here on the right side, I have control over all the microphones of students that would come into the classroom. And so I'm able to control who's able to speak, who's not able to speak. That way, all the background noise that's going on is going to be eliminated completely for students, and those distractions are going to be gone. Something else that's nice is that I have the ability to do a closed captioning pod. And so as I'm speaking, I'll be able to have my notes going automatically into that closed captioning pod. That gives students that have those audio processing disorders the chance to be able to go back and review what I was saying to make sure that they are able to grasp everything that's going on. Something else that I've always liked about this is that I'm also able to leave lesson notes and objectives down here. And again, I can organize these pods exactly how I want to. So if I have a presentation going up here, I'll have my closed captioning pod going on here. And of course, objectives and notes and things like that listed here. If a student does have a question while we are working on the lesson, what's nice about this format is that I have a Q&A pod open for them. And what they can do is they can then get into this Q&A pod, leave a question there, and then when we get to a point within the lesson that I can answer questions, I'll go down to the Q&A pod and I'll be able to answer each question in order. That way that they have the chance to still have their questions answered, but we have a chance to also continue the flow of the lesson. Something else nice about this area is that students that have audio processing disorders sometimes struggle listening to others and responding appropriately to questions because of different issues in terms of them understanding the input. And so the nice thing about this is that I have what are called breakout rooms in Adobe Connect. And what I can do is I can divide students into individual breakout rooms, and I can put them into smaller groups, which will also further reduce noise and further reduce distraction to those students. So then they have a closed captioning pod in here, and they have similar features as well. So it's really, really nice for students because they're still able to function within the classroom. They get everything they might need, and they get more as well. So all in all, it's an excellent tool for students that are in need, but it's also an excellent tool for every type of student that you would have in your classroom because it allows them to meet you wherever they're at.